Hey, Brian, why don't we go on and roll the open? I'm kind of concerned that they're going to quick start us tonight, so. Thank you, sir. Hey, good evening, everybody. It's Dave McKenzie along with Scott Hudson. We're in Union County on a Friday night in a key river-to-river matchup tonight as your Carterville Lions have traveled to Anna-Jonesbro to take on the Wildcats tonight. AJ is 4-0. It's brought to you by the Bank of Carbondale's Carterville Banking Center. The Bank of Carbondale, they now have an online mortgage center where you can check your rates or apply for a mortgage anytime. For more information on the Bank of Carbondale's online mortgage center, we ask you to visit their website, tboc.com. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. All loans are subject to credit approval. NMLS registration number 742871. Yeah, these Anna-Jonesboro Wildcats, Scott, a high-octane offense, as I like to call it. They come in averaging over 44 points a game. Carterville defensive, and they remind me a lot of Heron because they want to run the ball, and that's it. The defense is going to have their hands full tonight.
AJ wants to control the clock. They want to control the line of scrimmage and keep Carterville's high-powered offense on the sidelines. And, of course, Carterville missing one of their big weapons tonight in Luke Ford, who's going to be out for a while. But Carterville has enough weapons, and we've talked about this even at the start of the season, how Carterville's got a lot of depth at the skill position, and it's going to be crucial for some of those guys to step up and play big tonight.
Absolutely. And it's something that you hope you don't have to talk about, but it's something that we have to talk about. The injury bug has hit the Carterville Lions, if you haven't heard. The big 6'7" tight end, and Luke Ford is he played 3 weeks with a fractured collarbone, and he is done probably now for 4 to 6 weeks out because of that fractured collarbone. Also, you have Colton Snuffer that suffered a leg injury last week. He's out for probably a few weeks. And then Monday night, one of my favorite players, he's just a little spark plug, and that's Nolan Montgomery. He injured his leg in the sophomore game this week, so he's not available. Those, all three of those are significant injuries for the Lions.
Well, they are, because it tests your depth, and when you have three key guys go down, other players have to step up. And it's, this is a very, very meaningful game. If Carterville can win this game, their schedule gets so much easier the last 4 weeks of the season. I think right now going into this game, there's a combined 2 wins out of the last 4 opponents that Carterville will see. So this is a big game. Again, I think Carterville's got to control the line of scrimmage. They've got to shut down AJ's running game and get their offense on the field.
Here's the thing to remember about Anna-Jonesboro, though. Yes, they are 4-0, but their opponents' win-loss record is a combined 5-11. They've not played real tough teams. They got a Week 1 win over West Frankfort, who now is 3-1 following that loss to AJ. But that's probably the toughest competition they've seen so far. So should be a good battle for both teams.
I think AJ is in the same position Carterville was in last week. Last week Carterville played an opponent like DuQuoin, and I think Carterville needed to prove to themselves and other people in Southern Illinois that they were one of the better teams in the South, and I think they did that. Now I think AJ, who comes in here undefeated, they may feel like there are people questioning them because of who they've played. So this is a litmus test for AJ as well.
Needless to say, whoever wins this game takes firm control of the River to River Conference on the Mississippi side. That's what we're going to find out here tonight. We're going to go on and take our first break. I had a chance to talk to head coach Dennis Drust yesterday evening, and we're going to take our first break, and when we come back, you're going to hear from Coach D. It's your Carterville Lions here on News Radio WJPF. Okay. Brian, they're going on into the anthem now. They're getting ready, so go on and play a minute worth of commercials coming out of it. Okay, that's fine. Go on and do those. The 90.
The Southern Illinois River to River Conference stands united in support of good sportsmanship. We are confident that our players, coaches, and officials are doing their very best to display the spirit of healthy competition. We ask that everyone in attendance tonight support this endeavor. Anna-Jonesboro and Carterville High School, thank you for your cooperation. And now for the starting defensive unit for Carterville. Number 2, junior defensive back, Dylan Moore. Harley Vaughn. Number 5, senior linebacker, Marcus Lasdinas. Number 15, senior defensive back, Christian Rawlinson. Number 23, senior linebacker, Cameron Mead. Number 32, junior defensive back, Matt Jones. Number 33, senior linebacker, Hunter Lynch. Number 35, junior linebacker, Colin Lazinski. Number 44, senior linebacker, Brock Tuttle. Number 51, junior defensive lineman, Zach Schlinwine. Number 52, junior defensive lineman, Julian Harshbarger. Number 74, junior defensive lineman, Hayden Bond.
Yeah, go ahead.
And number 87, junior defensive back, Mason Hunsberger. And now for the starting defensive unit for your Anna-Jonesboro Wildcats. Number 1, senior defensive back, Arie Hart. Number 7, junior defensive back, Connor Gerald. Number 12, senior defensive back, Noah Smith. Number 14, senior defensive back, Bryce Osmond. Number 25, junior defensive back, Kyle McMahon. Number 28, junior linebacker, Reed Morrison. Number 42, senior linebacker, Jake Turner. Number 45, senior defensive lineman, Drake Kyle. Number 55, senior
lineups for the Anna-Jonesboro Wildcats are being introduced right now, and it's just a couple of minutes away from kickoff here this evening in Anna-Jonesboro. Scott, just going to be a dandy ball game.
It should be. Both these teams are playing well right now. Obviously, AJ undefeated. Carterville with 2 big wins, looking for their 3rd straight win. AJ won the toss. They have deferred, so Carterville will get the ball to start this game. And you might want to point out that Carterville has not had a good opening drive since week 1. When Carterville got the ball after Benton had scored and went down on their first drive of the season, scored. Since then, Carterville has not done much on their opening drives of games.
No, and that would really kind of set the tone for this offense tonight. You know, as we mentioned, Luke Ford is out, and so you wonder who is going to step into his place. It's going to be the senior number 33, Hunter Lynch. It'll fill in for Luke Ford in that tight end position. Fully capable, great ball player, knows the offense. He's ready to go, and the coaches are very pleased with having Hunter Lynch being able to step in. And as you said, boy, they being able to get a good scoring drive here on this opening possession. That would be absolutely huge. Both teams are out onto the field. The boys from Carterville wearing their white jerseys with blue pants, and AJ in their all blue jerseys as we are underway. Thank you for tuning in here on News Radio WJPF and on WJPF.com. The kickoff is taken at the 10, and he's out across the 20 to about the 22-yard line, and that's where the Lions are going to start it, Scott.
Christian Rawlinson, I think Carterville needs a big game out of him tonight. Going to be interesting to see how he goes through his progressions on passing plays. He doesn't have the safety net in Luke Ford anymore, at least probably for the regular season anyway, so he's going to have to find other receivers to go to.
The Lions are going to start from their own 24 on this opening possession here for outright lead of the Mississippi Division of the Southern Illinois River-to-River Conference. Should be just a dandy ball game. Don't forget you can watch on YouTube. Go and search Carterville Lions at Anna-Jonesboro Wildcats. Game number 5 is the handoff to Brock Tuttle, and he is stuffed right at the line of scrimmage. Little to no gain at all. It's going to bring up 2nd down.
Carterville's had trouble running the ball the last few weeks between the tackles. That's something that they really kind of wanted to establish to get the passing game and the outside running game going.
Second down and 10, no gain for Brock Tuttle on that opening carry. And defensively, AJ, they're all right. They're going to be okay. But Carterville, as you said, they really need to get something to go as Rollinson throws off to the right side out to Lasdinas, a gain of about 3, maybe 4 yards. It's going to bring up third down and long for the Lions.
Yeah, Lasdinas out in the flat didn't get very much, so that's going to bring up third and long for Carterville. Obvious passing situation.
They say third and 9. It's actually going to be third and 6.
4 brings up third and 6 for the Lions.
For Carterville, so Rollinson has 2 receivers left, 2 to the right, takes the snap from the shotgun, rolls to his right, throws to his right. It's caught out on the far edge, and that's enough for Carterville Lions first down.
Number 45.
Good job by Rollinson to really throw a BB over to the far sideline. Keeps this drive going. So far, the first 2 passing plays by Carterville, Rollinson has had a lot of time to find receivers.
As they have the ball out to the 38-yard line, their own 38. It's first and 10 for Carterville. Rollinson puts a man in motion. That's Tuttle. He hands it to the inside man, spins, and falls forward for a gain of about 2. Marcus Lasdinas with the carry. It's second and 8 for Carterville.
Yeah, he was a ankle tackle away from maybe breaking it big, but instead, a gain of only 2 for Carterville.
10-17, just underway here in Carterville. This Lions broadcast that's brought to you by the City of Carterville and Mayor Brad Robinson, proud sponsors and supporters of your Carterville Lions sports. Rollinson, once again, from the shotgun, puts Tuttle in motion, throws it out to Tuttle on the swing pass across the 40 to about the 42, maybe 43-yard line. Short gain, it's going to bring up third and long again for Carterville.
Yeah, Osman and Morrison really great pursuit to the near sideline to keep that to only a 2-yard gain because it looked like it was going to be bigger than that.
Should be third and 6 from the 42. Big play early in this game for the Lions. 3 receivers right, 1 to the left. Rollinson takes the snap, rolls to his right, wants to throw, gets it away, throws a man wide open, but that was Lasdinas, but he overthrew the pass, goes out of bounds, hits the turf. It's going to bring up 4th down for Carterville.
Yeah, Rollinson had Lasdinas at about the AJ 35 and overthrew him. Rollinson, again, had time, not so sure that he could have not tucked that ball and run it for a first down, but still an overthrown pass to a wide-open receiver.
As Carterville is lining up to kick here. Punt, that's going to be Lazinski back for the punt. And that is going to be R.E.A. Hart back deep to take the kick, and the ball goes out of bounds on the far side at about the 21, 22-yard line. That's where Anna-Jonesboro is going to start. This Lions broadcast, it's brought to you by Charlie's Air Conditioning and Heating, downtown Carterville for over 30 years. Certified York dealer, service all brands, 985-2502, Charlie's Air Conditioning and Heating.com.
Carterville's defense has been very good the last 2 weeks, giving up 7 to Murfreesboro and 7 at home last week to DuQuoin. This DuQuoin team, they want to run the ball. So the defensive line is going to have to surge forward and give those linebackers opportunities to make plays close to the line of scrimmage.
Senior quarterback for Anna-Jonesboro, he's Bryce Osman. He runs the show in the backfield. Number 1 is Osman, but it's, Hart, but it's Osman that keeps it, carries it right out the middle. He's a handful. He'll run the ball, and they've got a great running game here in Anna.
Well, a little bit of deception with this running game as well, so that's going to add to the difficulty for this Carterville defense.
Second and 9 for the Wildcats.
Second and 9 from the 22. They run that option, the triple option, and it's just they have so many options on each play. And Osman's great at making a call play at the line of scrimmage too. So it's second down and 9 for Anna. Osman hands it to the first man through, falls forward for a gain of 1. Nice job defensively for the Lions.
Yeah, Lasdinas came in from his left end spot. So a gain of maybe 1, so we'll call it third and about 8 for AJ. If Carterville can hold here and force A.J. to punt, Carterville should get good field position.
Brings up 3rd and 7 for the Wildcats.
3rd and 7 officially from the 23-yard line for Anna-Jonesboro. As Bryce Osman brings his Wildcats to the line. He spreads one receiver to the right. That's Ross Pennon. He's right, but that's the only man. They don't throw the ball a whole lot. They will probably run as it's the give to the second man through. He's brought down short. Oh, maybe they're going to get him the mark. That's going to be close. They're probably going to have to measure.
I think he's going to be short, but he should have been stopped for about a 1-2 yard gain. Carterville had the play diagnosed.
Yeah, they did.
And they just didn't wrap up.
They're going to measure because that is very close. As the ref is just trying to eyeball it, but they're going to bring out the chains here. 7:51 on this first quarter clock. I'm Dave McKenzie, and Scott Hudson is here with me. It looks like it's short, so it's going to bring up 4th down. Guarantee you they're probably going to go because that's about 4th and that much.
Yeah, they're going to go for it. Don't see that, again, they're on their own territory at their own 31, but, you know, you've got the big running back in Turner who can probably get that on his own.
Jace Turner, the senior running back, wears number 42. R.A. Hart checks in for Pennon. They pull it in all tight, though. Hart is spread left on the far side as it's Osman under center. You can bet he's just going to fall forward. Nope, and they give it to the first man through. Plenty for a first down. First down for Anna-Jonesboro.
Carterville's defense has played very well in this opening A.J. drive. It's just one missed tackle on the previous play that has kept this drive alive for A.J.
That's the first down, or excuse me, the first down for Anna-Jonesboro here in the game. The ball sets at the 33-yard line, 1st and 10. Anna's moving left to right on your radio dial here this evening, wearing their all-blue uniforms with white lettering and the white helmets. As Osman takes the snap, he's going to keep it, fights across the 35 down near the 40. That's where he's brought down. Gain of about 6 for Anna-Jonesboro.
Now their best play on their opening drive. Also, I want to point out that this is the hottest, most humid week we've had in high school football this year, and it took the week 5 to get there. So let's see if the heat and humidity has any effect on these two teams.
And you can bet, Scott, that it's going to have an impact, not so much in the first half, but more in the second half, because we're down in a hole. There's just not a lot of air moving. 2nd down and 3 from the 40 for the Wildcats. Osman under center, puts a man in motion, gives it to the first man through. That is Turner. He falls forward. That's enough for another Wildcat first down.
Very simple. Run left, run right.
You got to stop it.
You got to stop it.
There's not a lot of hoop-de-doo to it. I mean,
they haven't broken any big plays to this point, but they're just moving the chains.
Ball is at the 49-yard line. Excuse me, the 44-yard line, as the scoreboard was wrong for a moment. They spread one receiver right. That is Pennon. To the right, put a man in motion once again, and Osman keeps it. He is stacked up by that Carterville defense in there. It looks like it is Cameron Mead, Brock Tuttle. Nice stop by the Lions D.
Yeah, Tuttle, Mead also in on the tackle was, I believe that was, well, I can't read that. Harshbarger, excuse me. Harshbarger in on the tackle.
Julian.
I like the white jerseys because I can read the numbers better.
I know, I'm the same way. We're just getting old, Scott.
We are.
They could all have little flashlights over the top of them to help light them up. That'd help too.
That being old is an excuse for everything.
2nd and 9 for the Wildcats. It's the pitch to the second man through. That is
Dylan Moore with a great open field tackle at the line of scrimmage. Did not let the pitch man get to the outside, wrapped him up around the knees. Textbook tackling by Dylan Moore.
Kyle McMahon was the carrier, was the ball carrier there. It brings up a 3rd down and 9 from the 45. So another big defensive play. Carterville needs another big defensive play right here. Get the stop and force 4th down. Osman brings his troops to the line of scrimmage. One man spread to the right. As they're going to put their man in motion. Osman takes the snap, pitches it to that swing man who gets out across the 50. There it is. He's got one man to beat. Can he get by him? No! He falls to the turf. as I believe that was Brock Tuttle that brought him down, but there's that big play that you just talked about, Scott.
Carterville, again, in position to bring him down for no gain or a short gain, but he got to the outside, no containment on the near side, and that allowed A.J. for the second time on this drive to pick up a first down. It was 3rd and long.
So they move the ball down inside Lions territory to the 21-yard line. 1st and 10, the first big threat of the game right here by Anna-Jonesbro. Osman has his team at the line of scrimmage. He works from under center. One-man spread to the left. Osman gives it to the Turner. He's off the left side, stacked up there as he draws a crowd coming through that line of scrimmage. It's going to bring up 2nd down for Anna-Jonesbro.
Now this is where the Lions defense has got to stiffen. Of course, we've always talked about the Lions defense, bend but don't break. They've got to come up big here.
It's a gain of 3. The ball sits at the 18-yard line. 2nd down and 7. 4:20 on the clock. This is just the first drive for Anna-Jonesboro here in this game. But it's a time-consuming, as it looked like some players jumped. But there's Turner straight up the middle, takes it to the house. Touchdown, Anna-Jonesboro with 4:03 on the clock.
It looked like one of the Carterville linebackers blitzed, and that's exactly where Turner ran the ball in that vacated hole, and he went untouched for the touchdown.
That is Jace Turner. Last week he had 6 touchdowns in that win over Nashville.
That's a lot of touchdowns. A lot of touchdowns.
203 yards, I think, is what he ran for. Yeah. You don't want to make a mistake there as A.J. is out for the extra point. The snap is good, and the kick is good. So it's 7-0. Anna-Jonesboro with the lead. 4:03 on the clock. You're listening to Lions football on NewsRadio WJPF. Hey, everybody on YouTube. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Carterville's going to have to buck up here and do something quick. Or learn how to tackle. You're right, Brian.
Back deep for the Lions, number 32, Matt Jones, and number 35, Colin Lazinski.
The Lions is taken down in the far corner inside the 10-yard line, Scott, and Carterville's able to get it out across the 20.
The return man fumbled the ball on the far sideline, but picked it up and was able to get good yardage up around the 22-yard line.
1st and 10 for the Lions.
And Dave, go back to the scoring drive for A.J. One time they had 3rd and 7 and got a first down on a broken tackle. The second time they had 3rd and 9 near midfield and ran a pitch play where the Lions lost containment. And those 2 plays in particular led to the A.J. scoring.
So Carterville has it. 3 receivers spread to the right for Christian Rollinson. Takes the snap, hands it off to Marcus Lasdinas. He's stacked up, doesn't really get to the ground, but they finally drive him back. They may get him the line of scrimmage. It's going to bring up 2nd down for Carterville.
Yeah, Carterville's running game has not been great the last couple of weeks. Granted, against DuQuoin, Carterville threw the ball a lot. But at some point, you got to establish the running game to keep those linebackers honest.
You also have to remember, last week, Luke Ford had 98 yards receiving. Lasdinas had 106 yards receiving. And they've not really been successful here rolling as Rollinson. He takes it right up the middle, falls forward across the 25 to about the 26. 3rd down for Carterville.
Yeah, it's going to be 3rd and long.
Tackle by number 60, Nick Sanders.
Carterville really needs to get a first down here to get the momentum back a little bit, keep their drive going. You don't want to give the ball right back to A.J. because they ran a lot of time off the clock in that first possession of theirs.
3rd and 7 from the 25 for Carterville. Christian Rollinson, also a week ago, kind of dinged up his ankle this week. His right ankle, played with it wrapped, and but he's fine. He's ready to go. He works from the shotgun as he has 2 receivers right and left. He looks to throw, throws it down the middle. Lasdinas is there, wide open. Nice job defensively.
Oh, I thought he was going to throw a flag. Wow.
It was Bryce Osmond, the quarterback, that was there on coverage. And let me tell you what, that pass was on the money, and it took a hand from Osmond to knock it down.
Yeah, and the Carterville coaching staff is not happy. They thought there was pass interference.
I didn't see it. I thought it was clean.
Well, it could have been. Do you agree with the officials then?
Yeah. 4th and 7. I thought he just reached across, knocked it down. 4th and 7 from the 25. So Carterville's going to have to punt. And they send R.A. Hart deep. He's standing at about the 38 of A.J. Lazinski takes the snap, gets the kick away. It's a low line drive kick. Hart takes it at the 41, makes a move at the 42, brings it near side, gets a lane, one man to beat. That can he be brought down? That is a nice job by Colin Lazinski to bring Hart down. But let me tell you what, great field position for Anna-Jonesbro on their 2nd drive of the game.
Yeah, great special teams play by Hart. The punt was a low line drive, and it bounced right to Hart, who had plenty of time to survey the situation and decided to come to the near side of the field. And A.J. has the ball at Carterville's 33-yard line, already up 7-0.
And there was a flag against Carterville. It's not declined. Flag laying back at about the 20-yard line. It was a motion. So it's going to be 1st down and 10. Anna-Jonesboro has an opportunity to push that lead out to 14 points here. 13 with the touchdown. Osmond under center, one man spread to the left. That's Pennon. Puts a man in motion, gives it to Turner, falls forward across the 30, inside the 30 to about the 28-yard line. 2nd down for Anna.
Yeah, they're gaining big chunks of yards now on 1st down, and that's something that Carterville's really going to have to do a better job. You got to get them into 3rd and long situations like they did on that first drive.
Well, and if you think back to early on in the season, Carterville gave up 2, maybe 3 touchdowns in each of those games and had to fight their way back. That's not something you want to do here now. It's from the 28. It's 2nd and 4 for Osmond. Puts his man in motion, gives it to Turner, fights his way across the 25, inside the 25 to the 24. It's going to bring up 3rd down and about 1.
Nothing fancy. Go to Turner and let him go. Let him rumble.
Nothing fancy at all. You're correct. 1:21 on the clock here in the first quarter. Clock has just rolled. This quarter's gone quick because there's so many running plays. But we're working our way to about 1 minute left here in the first quarter. 3rd down and 1 from the 25 for the Wildcats. Osmond under center, puts his man in motion, hands it to Turner, has the 1st down, he breaks free, and he is going to score a 2nd touchdown with 56 seconds left here in the first quarter. Turner with a 25-yard touchdown run for the Wildcats.
And Carterville's linebackers were nowhere to be found. Once he got past the line of scrimmage, it was smooth sailing to the end zone.
Yes, it was. So it's 13-0 for the Wildcats as they set up for the extra points. That is Ross Pennon that's set up to do the kicking. There's the snap, kick is up, and it is good. 14-0. Anna-Jonesboro leads your Carterville Lions. You're listening to Lions football here on News Radio WJPF. $60 here, please.
Yeah, what I see on this TV is AJ's offensive line is dominating.
Yes, they are.
for the Wildcats. Back deep for the Lions, number 32, Matt Jones, and number 35, Colin Lazinski. Number 35. On the return.
Carterville's able to get the ball out to about the 25, and I think that was may have been Lazinski with the return, and he got popped at the 25.
Yeah, he came to an abrupt stop. Well, Carterville, not the situation they wanted, down 14 already in the first quarter. Offense has got to get something going.
Or right now, they can't afford to have to punt on this possession. They need to get a drive going, and man, they're going to have to figure it out defensively as well, because they are just getting beat on the line of scrimmage, and Turner is having his way with this Lions defense. So let's see what Rollinson can do here. Two receivers right, one to the left. He hands it to, no, he's going to keep it, and he's met in the backfield, loses a couple. It's going to bring up second down for Carterville.
Yeah, AJ's just blitzing their linebackers, Dave. They're just teeing off. They're just daring Rollinson and Carterville to throw the football right now. Rollinson had nowhere to go on that play.
Second down. Loss of 3, second and 13 now from the 21-yard line. 20 seconds remaining here on the first quarter clock. Rollinson from the shotgun. Three receivers to the right, throws it to the right. That is Lasdinas. He fights his way down the sideline, able to pick up 5. They're going to make it a short gain, probably about 3. It's going to bring up third down and long with 8.8 seconds left on the clock.
Now, Carterville's only had one passing play in this first quarter that gained any yards after the catch. AJ's defensive backs and or linebackers are right there when the Lions catch the ball.
Brings up 3rd and 7 for the Lions.
3rd and 7. The Lions have it at the 28-yard line. 8 seconds on the first quarter clock. Rollinson rolls to his left, wants to throw it, throws it out, misses his receiver. That was Lasdinas. He was wide open. Just let him a little bit too far. It's going to bring up 4th down for Carterville.
Yeah, and you go back to Carterville's first drive where he missed Lasdinas on the far sideline. Misses him here. He's wide open. It would have been enough for a first down. And unfortunately, Carterville's going to have to punt again.
As they bring Lazinski out. So 14-0 with 4.6 seconds on this first quarter clock. This will be the last play of the quarter. Anna-Jonesboro, they send Hart deep. He stands at about the 40-yard line. Lazinski with the punt, low snap. He handles it, gets the kick away, low line drive kick. Hart's going to let it go. Carterville is going to fall and down it at the 35-yard line, and that is where AJ is going to take over. You're listening to Lions football here on News Radio WJPF.
Carterville 0.
Back at Anna-Jonesboro, I'm Dave McKenzie with Scott Hudson as we head to the second quarter. And Anna-Jonesboro firmly in control of this ball game, Scott. 14-0 as we begin play here in the second.
And I hate to harp on it, but I go back to those two plays on that first drive by Anna. The 3rd and 7, where the Anna-Jonesboro running back got out of a tackle, got the first down, and then 3rd and 9, they run the pitch play. They get a big play there, and then they go in and score. Carterville's got their hands full now.
They're going to have to make a stop defensively right here as Hart goes in motion. Osmond pitches to Hart off the right side, gets a break, has one man to beat. That is Meade, who brings him down, but not before he gets a first down. And 1st and 10 for Anna-Jonesboro.
Yeah, when you can run the ball successfully like AJ has here in this first half between the tackles, it sets up a play like that to be successful because you start thinking that everything's going to go in between the tackles, and then boom, they run a pitch play to the outside.
1st and 10, the ball is at the 45-yard line. I like that Hart. He's a good runner. He's quick off the corner, and he caught the edge there. Nice job by Meade to bring him down. He was the last line of defense for the Lions. 1st and 10 from the 45. Osmond hands it to Turner. He gets out near the 50-yard line. Maybe a yard short, gain of about 4. 2nd and 6 for Anna-Jonesboro.
Gain of 4 on the play brings up 2nd and 6 for the Wildcats.
As we said a week ago, Anna-Jonesboro hung 71 points on the scoreboard. Turner had 6 touchdowns in that game, ran for 200 and something plus yards.
I guess my question would be, if you're up that big, why is he still in the game to score 6 touchdowns?
Welcome to River football,
I guess.
As Turner fights his way out across the 45 of Carterville, enough for another first down for Anna.
Yeah, it was Osmond. He just followed his blockers right up the middle.
They mark the ball at the 44-yard line. 1st and 10 from the Carterville 44. This Lions broadcast is brought to you by Coldwell Banker Preferred Realty. They're happy to support the Lions. There's a reason they are preferred. Find out why. Located on West Plaza Drive in Carterville. Osmond brings his Wildcats to the line of scrimmage. He's worked all night from under center, puts his man in motion. It's the give to Turner off the left side across the 40, makes a move to the outside. Can he catch a corner? He's wrestled down by Harley Vaughn, and they're going to call a horse collar tackle on Vaughn. I don't agree with that. He had him by the shoulders and spun him down. It wasn't like he grabbed him from behind the neck and pulled him down.
I thought he grabbed him by the number 42 on his shoulder pads, but the official standing right there is going to call horse collar. I agree. I did not think that was a horse collar, but
horse collar against the Lions.
Carterville's getting ready to dig themselves a hole that's deeper than this pit.
Yeah, it is. 1st and 10. They're going to also march personal foul, horse collar against the Lions. It's a 15-yard penalty. So it's going to put the ball inside the 15 at about the 16-yard line. So 1st and 10 from the 16 for the Wildcats. 10:31 left here in the second quarter as we just begin play. Of course, it's homecoming night here in Anna-Jonesboro. They'll have extended halftime activities. And our halftime show, of course, will be follow their lead as Osmond is at the 16-yard line with his Wildcats. They're working right to left now. Osmond the 16-yard TD run for the Lions.
And now Carterville's going to get a penalty, as I think it was Keaton Petska, for whatever reason, decided to come across the line of scrimmage. And
that's going to be a false start.
Oh, okay.
That's why
he came across. I apologize to Mr. Petska. Again, I blame that on old age. So that will push now the extra point's going to be a 25-yarder. Makes it a little more interesting.
As the snap is good, the kick is up, and it's good. It is 21-0. Anna-Jonesboro with 10:16 left in the second quarter clock. You're listening to Lions football on NewsRadio WJPF. Wow.
Number 14, Bryce Osmond, set to kick off for the Wildcats.
Got to do it quickly.
So Carterville has it. 10-10 on the clock here in the second. 1st and 10. Ball is at the 28-yard line. As Rollinson is working from the shotgun. Gives it to Brock Tuttle off the left side. He banks his way forward to about the 30-yard line. Gain of 2, 2nd and 8 from the 30.
Yeah, Carterville just can't get anything on the ground going. They're always in 2nd and long if they run the ball on 1st down.
Gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 for the Lions.
2nd and 8. As the Lions, they look to the far side. Head coach Dennis Druss stands at the 25.
We would like to thank
giving instructions to Rollinson.
Chamber of Commerce.
Finally, they make their way to the line of scrimmage. 5 seconds on the play clock. Rollinson puts his man in motion, takes the snap, gives it to Lasdinas. He picks up about 3 yards, so it's going to bring up 3rd down and about 5 for Carterville.
Yeah, Lasdinas just couldn't get to the outside, tried to cut it back to the inside, and picked up a few yards. Going to bring up 3rd and about 5, 3rd and 4. Carterville, again, they really, really need to convert here
Brings up 3rd and
keep that A.J. offense on the sideline.
3rd and 5 from the 33-yard line. Big play. Carterville needs a 1st down. They haven't had but 1 1st down in this game, and that was on their 1st drive, the 3rd play from scrimmage. As they look toward Dennis Druss. Spread out to the far side is Justin Johnson. Carterville, 5 seconds on the clock. 4-3. Rollinson gets it away. Look out, and he is stuffed by R.A. Hartz. Rollinson didn't even see him coming off it blind side.
No, Hart came in off his cornerback position. Tuttle was there, but I guess he didn't see him either to pick him up. And that's the first time tonight Rollinson has had no time to throw the ball.
4th down. Boy, what a nice defensive play by R.A. Hart coming off the end, as he was just buried Rollinson in the backfield. 4th down for the Lions, 8:04. It's going to be 4th and 14 for Carterville. The ball rests at the 29-yard line. Loss of 4, as there's the snap to Lazinski. He gets the kick away. Back to Hart. He lets it go, and a nice roll for the Lions. It's going to roll inside the 20 to about the 18-yard line. This Lions broadcast is brought to you by the Bank of Carbondale's Carterville Banking Center, offering the convenience of mobile banking. Stay connected on the go with the Bank of Carbondale's mobile banking app. To learn more, visit the website tboc.com. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
You know, Dave, the one thing I've noticed about Carterville's passing game tonight, Carterville's had 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 a couple of times. That's usually Luke Ford territory. That's where he goes over the middle, and you throw him the ball, and it's an easy, somewhat easy 1st down. He's not here anymore. Carterville's had to go to the outside. They can't go over the middle because they don't have that big guy anymore. So it really restricts their passing game because A.J. knows everything's going to probably go to the outside.
Plus they can key on Lasdinas, who last week had 100-plus receiving yards. So you can key on Lasdinas, but that still means somebody else is open. Somebody else has got to make the play, and Rollinson has to go through the progressions, the reads, and find that off receiver maybe on the backside, dragging along in there. But right now, defensively, they've got to figure out a way to stop this A.J. offense. As Anna, they have it at the 11-yard line. It's 1st down and 10 from their own 11 as we have a whistle. And timeout is called by Brett Dietering and the Anna-Jonesboro Wildcats. We're going to take a break as well. It's Lions football here on NewsRadio WJPF.
Tonight's sports medicine coverage for the Anna-Jonesboro Wildcats is provided by Sportsology, 2 innovative sports medicine programs from SIU School of Medicine and SIH Rehab Unlimited, working together to take your game to a higher level. Call Sportsology at 877-656-4999. Sportsology. Perform better, recover safely.
Hudson, Anna-Jonesbro just took a timeout. I think probably just to wipe their brow because they don't really need to game plan. But I think the play clock was working its way down, and Brett Dietering called the timeout. It's 21-0, 7:43 left here in the second quarter. Osman is at the line of scrimmage, has one receiver spread to the right, gives it to Turner off the right side. One man to beat out on the corner, and he's finally, the troops catch up. It's a big gain, a gain of about 8 maybe for Turner, second and short for Anna-Jonesboro.
Now they're just dominating the line of scrimmage. Turner is kind of sneaky fast. He doesn't look like he'd be that fast or quick, but he gets to the outside pretty quick.
And that's good for Wildcat.
They're giving him the first down on that. Boy, that was a good spot. 1st and 10 for Anna-Jonesboro. 7:30. Clock ticks away in the second quarter. 21-0. Wildcats lead. 1st and 10 from the 21-yard line. As I'll be darned, they throw a pass wide open to Hart, and he is brought down in the backfield. Cameron Mead. No, that is for Carterville. That was Matt Jones that hung on to his shirt tail and brought him down, and Hart hurt that ankle. He hurt that ankle a week ago, and he comes to the sideline, hobbles off, but he was wide open, and Carterville's lucky he didn't take that to the house.
First pass AJ's thrown this game, and obviously Carterville's not going to expect that. Luckily, Carterville's got some speed in the backfield, and they were able to catch up to him and bring him down.
Yes, they were. 1st and 10. They get the ball out to the Carterville 43. Hart is being taken care of by a trainer here on the near side. That's my buddy Brad Brush down there for Anna-Jonesboro, taking care of Hart as Osman has his man at the line of scrimmage. He's going to keep it off the left side, cuts it back up inside, gets the 40 to about the 39-yard line. 2nd down and 9 for the Wildcats.
That's what Carterville's defense has to do. They've got to force them to only pick up 2 yards, maybe 3 at the most, and force them into 3rd and long situations.
So it's going to be 2nd down and 6. The ball sets at the Carterville 39. Good crowd here this evening. Homecoming, of course, especially on this near side. Carterville traveled well on the far side. Osman under center. He gives it to Turner. I don't think he completely got that ball in there, but somehow Turner hangs on to it. And he falls forward for a gain of just a couple. It's going to bring up 3rd and about 3, it looks like.
Schlinwine the first to meet him. So even though it's 3rd and 4, AJ obviously in 4-down territory, so Carterville needs to get the ball back. AJ running clock with a 3-touchdown lead.
3rd and 4 from the 37-yard line. Boy, wouldn't it be nice if the Lions could get a stop right here. Osman from center. Puts a man in motion. Gives it to Turner. No, he's going to keep it, and he's short of a 1st down. They're going to mark that at about the 34-yard line. That's going to be about a yard, maybe a half yard short. 4th down for Anna-Jonesboro, but you can bet they're going to run for it.
Well, very rarely have they gone down on initial contact. He should have been stopped at the line of scrimmage, if not behind, and he was able to wiggle away and basically pick up 4th and very short.
Gain of 3 for the Wildcats. They have it 4th and 1. Very short one. Osmond last time carried it himself when they needed that, but this time he does again. Falls forward, kind of like Tom Brady for New England. If it's a 4th and short like that, Brady always gets the first down. Osmond, he's perfect 2-0 this evening.
Yep. And behind that line, you're going to be able to pick up a couple of yards.
And that's good for a Wildcat.
That's a Wildcat first down. 1st and 10 from the 31. Carterville in danger of going down. 4 touchdowns here in this, and there's still 4.5 minutes left in the first half. Osmond brings his troops to the line of scrimmage, sends one man to the far side. That's Wyatt Johnston, spread wide right. Puts his man in motion. He fakes the pitch, gives it to McMahon.
Kyle McMahon on the carry.
And he's able to get out to about the 25-yard line.
Again, first down and big yards. You get into 2nd and short, 3rd and short. It's going to be tough to stop a team when you are constantly putting yourself behind the 8 ball.
2nd and 5 for the Wildcats. The ball is at the 26-yard line. 3:54 on the second quarter clock. That's Johnston spread wide to the right. McMahon, no, it's the give to Turner off the right side. He is able to carry it out across the 20, inside the 20, to about the 18-yard line. That's a first down for the Wildcats.
Another Wildcat. First down.
I don't know. What do you do? I mean, the kids, you're looking at the defense.
Yep. You got to play it out.
You got to play. I mean, this year when Carterville's been bad, they've been bad. When they've been good, they've been good. There's not really been any middle ground.
You're right. This is the 4th first down for Anna-Jonesboro. They have it 1st and 10 from the 18-yard line. Officials wind the clock. 3:29 showing on the clock. As Osmond hands it to Turner. And he's brought down by about 3 or 4 Carterville Lions. I believe that's Cameron Mead in there. First contact.
Yeah, Mead's not the biggest linebacker you'll ever beat in high school, but tough little kid.
Got a big heart.
Yeah.
Brings up 2nd and 7 for the Wildcats.
And he works at Dairy Queen.
Oh, I wonder if he can get me free blizzards. We need to have a talk. Me and him are going to have a talk.
2nd and 7 for the Wildcats. Osmond takes a snap. He's going to take it off the left side across the 10, the 5, fights his way down near the goal line. He's brought down at about the 2-yard line. It's going to be 1st and goal for Anna-Jonesboro.
And that's good for a Wildcat.
Yeah, nothing Carterville's done has worked tonight.
1st and goal from the 2, 2:43. Who's going to get the pleasure of taking the ball on this? We got a timeout. Wildcats. We're going to go on and take a 30-second break as well. It's 21-0. Anna-Jonesboro threatening to score again. You're listening to Lions football on News Radio WJPF. Just 30 here, brother. High school football, 21-0. Anna-Jonesboro in this key conference matchup between the Lions and the Wildcats. And so far, there is no doubt who the better team is this evening. It's the boys in blue.
Yeah, and I thought before the game, one of the keys, probably the biggest key to this game for Carterville is they had to get A.J.'s offense off the field. Because if A.J. runs the ball as well as they have in the first 4 weeks, then it was going to be tough for Carterville's offense to score a lot of points because they weren't going to have as many possessions as they would normally have in a game, and that's the way it's played out so far.
So far, the AJ's run 31 offensive plays in this game.
This is the way you draw it up if you're Coach Dietering. This is exactly what he wanted.
And that's one of the benefits of running that option offense is because it eats up clock. It eats up, it's long scoring drives. As the Wildcats, they have it at the Carterville 2 with 2:37 on the clock. Osmond under center. He takes the snap. He's going to give it to Turner, let him score the touchdown easily. A 2-yard touchdown run by Jace Turner for Anna-Jonesboro. That puts him up 27-0.
Yeah, not a lot of fight in the Lions right now. I would love to be a fly on the wall at halftime with Coach Druss talks to his squad because it's not going to be pretty.
No, it's not. And that's 4 touchdowns now in the game. Turner has 3 of the 4. I ask, how does a guy score 6 touchdowns in a game? Well, now I know why. Yeah.
And the point after
is good. So it is 28-0 with 2:34 showing on this clock. You're listening to Lions football on News Radio WJPF. It is 28-0 as there is an injured Wildcat out at the about the 5-yard line. Brad Brush is out there taking a look at him, but man, I tell you what, Scott, this is all Wildcats in this game. 4 first-half touchdowns.
I think, correct me if I'm wrong, Carterville has 1 first down in this first half.
Yep.
I know they've only had maybe, 3 possessions, 4 at the most, and 1 first down. That's not going to win a lot of ball games.
Well, they've run 7, 11, 15. They've run 19 offensive plays to 31 for Anna-Jonesbro, 32. So you can't score if you don't have the ball.
Nope.
You can't score if you can't stop the other team. It's a very simple game. And Carterville is not doing that here this evening, and AJ is taking advantage of that. You're right. Coach Dennis Drust, that's not a conversation I want to be a part of or have to listen to at half. Fortunately, we don't have to.
That's right. But unfortunately, we don't have to be the ones that's probably going to go through a rigorous practice on Monday.
They had good practice all week. I was out there all week, and they felt like they had the right defensive scheme. As Cameron Mead, he bobbles the kick. Actually, that's Lazinski. He gets it out across the 35. He falls to the 40. There's the first spark of the ball game for the Carterville Lions. That is Colin Lazinski with the carry. Carterville finally has good field position, but there's a flag laying at the 23-yard line, and it's against, guess who? Your Carterville Lions.
How many times, not only this year but last year, did we see Carterville have good plays called back? Go back to the DuQuoin game. Rollinson dies inside the 5 for what appeared to be a first down. They bring it back because of an illegal chop block. The next play, Rollinson goes back to pass straight down the middle to a wide open Harley Vaughn. He drops the ball. It has been, every time Carterville has had a big play, it seems like there's been a big penalty that's brought the play back.
So they're going to march the ball backwards for the Lions from the spot of the foul. It's going to be a 10-yard penalty against the Lions. So they're going to have it 1st and 10, back about their 10-yard line. No, they're going to mark it at the 12. Lucky Carterville. 1st and 10 from the 12. 2:26 on the clock. 28-0. Anna-Jonesboro with the lead. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Brock Tuttle in the backfield. Vaughn in motion as it's the give to Vaughn, the jet man. Not very quick on that jet sweep, was it?
No, that's got to be a lot quicker than that. You've got to get to the outside. You should be able to get to the outside before a linebacker gets to you, but that was very slow developing. And
no gain on the play.
So it'll be 2nd and 10.
From the 12.
Yep.
Tick, 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 2 minutes on the clock here in the first half. Just a really disappointing effort by the Lions here in the first half. Can they make the adjustment? I always say it, Dennis Trust is good at making the halftime adjustment, but that's a lot to have to adjust as it's Rollinson. He keeps it off the left side.
Number 15.
Picks up probably about 7 yards. It's going to bring up third down and short finally for Carterville.
Yeah. Carterville needs to get up the line of scrimmage quickly. I think they still have at least 2, if not all 3 of their timeouts left, and they're not using them.
Don't forget, coming up at the conclusion of the game, we're going to choose our Joe's Lawn Care and Snow Removal Player Star of the Game. 3rd and 1 for the Lions. Enough for the first down. I believe that's Brock Tuttle with the carry. He gets out to about the 25-yard line. Finally, the second first down for the Lions in the game.
On the carry.
And this was a long time till they got that second one. 1:05 to go on the second. Let's see if Carterville kind of speeds things up a little bit. Like I said, they've got at least 2, if not all 3 of their timeouts left.
1 minute remaining here in the first half.
They're taking way too much time to get these plays in.
2 receivers to the right. That's Johnson and Vaughn. 2 to the left. Low snap. Rollinson looks to throw, drops back. He's keeping it. He's going to take it off the left side, and he's buried at about the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of 1. It's going to be 2nd down and 9 for Carterville. 33, 32, 31, 30 seconds remaining in this first half.
Yeah, I guess Coach Druss has said enough's enough. I'm not going to prolong this any more than I have to. He's just going to let the clock run out. Carterville had 4 wide receivers going deep, nobody over the middle. They were all covered, and Rollinson just had to
eat it.
Had to eat it. And I bet it didn't taste very good either.
Nobody came back for him, too. Under 10 seconds left here. It's going to be 28-0. Anna-Jonesboro with the halftime lead. It's homecoming. We've got an extended homecoming halftime show. You're listening to Carterville Lions football on NewsRadio WJPF.
We do like to thank our game sponsors. Our game sponsor tonight is Union County Chamber of Commerce. Normally we give a plaque away to our sponsor, but I don't see anybody down there. Can direct your attention down to the track.
In Anna-Jonesbro, it's going to be a 20-minute halftime show here this evening as it's homecoming. And of course, we'll have the band that does their thing here for the Wildcats. But Scott Hudson, it is all Anna-Jonesbro. It's not even like Carterville got off the bus. Unfortunately.
Yeah, it's been, and it got worse as the half went along. Carterville, again, they did get a first down on their first possession, but they missed a wide-open Lasdinas on the far sideline that would have kept that drive going. A.J. got the ball back, had 2 third and longs that they converted before they got the touchdown. And then, of course, really a microcosm of the first half. A.J. gets the ball at their own 10 or 11, march down the field and score before half, and that just shows the domination they've had in their running game.
They had 4 touchdowns. They scored their first one at the 4:03 mark of the first quarter. It was Jace Turner with an 18-yard touchdown run. The extra point was good, 7-0 Anna-Jonesboro. Carterville gets the ball back, they punt, and then A.J. gets it after that punt. And with 56 seconds on the clock, It's Jace Turner that scores his second touchdown. It was a 25-yard TD run. The extra point is good, 14-0. Move to the second quarter. Anna has the football to open the second quarter, and it was a 16-yard Bryce Osmond run with 10:16 on that clock. Just a minute and a half is run off the clock before they score. It's 21-0 after the extra point, and then a 2-yard touchdown run on the next possession for Anna and Turner, the 2-yard run, 28-0. Anna-Jonesboro had the ball 4 times. Anna-Jonesboro scored touchdowns 4 times.
Well, if you're an Anna-Jonesboro wide receiver or a punter, you've got the easiest jobs tonight, because you're not, other than Hart, who caught the one pass over the middle, the other wide receiver they split out hasn't caught a pass. The punter, as you said, he hasn't punted tonight. They haven't had to. I mean, they're running the ball effectively. That's what they want to do. Now, we've talked about this with Heron. At some point, you get in the playoffs, you're going to have to throw the ball to beat somebody. But right now, AJ doesn't have to do anything other than run the ball.
Updating a couple other scores here this evening. Marion is leading their game. They're taking on Mount Vernon this evening on the road at Mount Vernon. It's 28-0 Marion. That is in the second. And Cahokia leads Carbondale 12-0 in that game, and that was after 1 here in that game. So that's the only scores we've received so far in the game. As here it is 28-0 Anna-Jonesboro. They just have been dominant, and Carterville, they're down by the field house. You can down here. There's no place inside for the team to go. There's a little field house for them, but it's so hot. You can imagine they're staying out, as it is a muggy night here this evening. Temperatures still hanging in the 80s at game time, and it's just you can feel it here this evening. And like we said in the pregame, you think you're probably going to see some of the effects of that here as we go along in the second half.
Well, Carterville's defense has been on the field a long time, and if that doesn't change in the second half, you're gonna see and I hate to say this, but you look at the scoreboard. AJ is only 2 scores away from a running clock, and you talk about humiliating when you play a conference game and you go on the road. If you have a running clock, I mean that's kind of embarrassing. Now, obviously, Carterville is going to have to come out and stop AJ first, because AJ gets the ball to start the third quarter. So we'll see what adjustments are made. Carterville, as much as we've talked about the defense, offense has not helped at all. Offense has got to move the ball. They've got to put some points on the board and keep that defense off the field.
Well, and it's huge that you lose Luke Ford.
Right.
The 6'7" tight end. I mean, he's a intricate cog of that Lions offense, or he has been. But when he's gone, there's other guys that have to step up, and that's so far they've not been able to get the running game on track. Christian Rollinson, typically very good throwing the ball. He's not had a good night throwing the ball. Has missed Marcus Lasdinas on a couple of wide open throws. That's unusual for him not to be able to connect. Is it his sore ankle that he's nursing? Can't tell you the answer to that. He told me he was going to be about 85 to 90%. But it is what it is. Carterville's offense is not doing anything. Carterville's defense is not doing anything. And Anna-Jonesboro is having their way with the Lions here on their homecoming night, which if you're Anna-Jonesboro, what more could you ask for? This would be a huge win. Now, if Anna-Jonesboro goes on to win this game, the thing that for Carterville Lions fans is you suddenly become a DuQuoin Indian fan.
Right.
Because AJ still has to face DuQuoin, and if DuQuoin knocks that off, there could be a 3-way tie for that conference title.
Yeah, and that game is here at Anna on October 6th. So AJ would get DuQuoin at home. But, for Carterville, we talked about it on the field before the game about how if Carterville could win this game, their schedule really sets up well for them. Their schedule is always front-loaded. The 4 teams Carterville has left after tonight have a combined 2 wins going into tonight's game. And even without Luke Ford, those are very, very winnable games. And so at the very least, you should go into the postseason 7-2. But I think what Carterville's going to have to do, and they haven't done it tonight, is you got to learn how to play without Luke Ford. You know, you can't, as they say, get your dauber down because somebody of that size and of that ilk isn't playing anymore. You've got to find other ways to win games, and maybe over the course of the next 4 weeks, without Luke, they're going to be able to get more confidence in some of these kids who are going to be asked to do a little bit more than they were if Luke was in the lineup.
We're going to take another break right here, 28-0, as they are introducing the Queen candidates here for homecoming at Anna-Jonesbro. The band is going to be performing here momentarily as well. It's 28-0. Anna-Jonesbro with a huge lead on your Lions here at the half. It's Dave McKenzie, Scott Hudson. You're listening to Lions football on News Radio WJPF.
Carterville Lions football on NewsRadio WJPF.
Welcome back to Lions Sports here on News Radio WJPF. If you're listening online at WJPF.com, or if you're watching on our YouTube channel, you can get the radio broadcast and the video of it as well. Just search Carterville Lions at Anna-Jonesboro Wildcats. Now, we've seen the Lions do this before. Be down 21-0. And then they fight their way back. Like I said, and Dennis Trust is very, very good at making those halftime adjustments. It's going to have to be a big adjustment, but Carterville is not out of this game.
No, they're not. I think the players have to make a mental adjustment. You know, they can't look
more
at
than
this,
anything. You're right.
They can't look at this scoreboard and just say, "Oh, woe is me," and game over. You know, you've got to come out. You got to fight through this. Yes, the defense has got to get a stopper to start the third quarter, but the offense has got to put some points on the board. And now you're at the point, down by 28, that Carterville cannot have those long, sustained, time-eating drives. You know, they've got to score quickly to get back into this thing. I mean, I think Carterville's got to at least cut this lead to 2 touchdowns heading into the fourth quarter to have any chance.
Absolutely. Don't forget, coming up at the conclusion of the game, we have our Wild Hog postgame show located at 1000 Pioneer Cabin Drive. You say, Dave, where is that? We'll go to the new Wolf Creek overpass and then turn back to the west, and you're going to run right into the Wild Hog. Great food there at the Wild Hog. Their phone number is 956-9898. And if you come in wearing Carterville gear, shirts, hats, whatever it is, get 10% off of your bill. There at the Wild Hog, they have food specials, drink specials every single day. I love their food. They've got their smoked brisket cheesesteak, the bacon 3-way BLT, the Wild Burger. That's Wild with a Y. Check it out. Appealing appetizers, great salads. It is a cool place to go. They love Carterville Lions sports, and after home games, you can come in and talk about Carterville's football games right there. They'll stay open late, serve food, have beverages. It's a great time. We invite you to stop by the Wild Hog in Carterville. Carterville is going to have to make some adjustments here at the half, and you can guarantee there will be some adjustments, but as we've mentioned, you can see that Carterville's offense is missing 6'7" Luke Ford, also a couple other missing from that offense. You got Colton Snupper on the line that they're missing, and you've got little Nolan Montgomery, who's just a spark plug and out of the backfield, but Carterville's going to have to, as you just mentioned just a few minutes ago, they're going to have to find a way to play without Luke Ford. Yes, he's a big-time player that's not in your lineup, but somebody has got to step up.
Go all the way back to week 1 when Carterville played Benton. Luke Ford was out of the game with cramps. Carterville's running game was non-existent. The passing game wasn't there. And as soon as he came back in, he never even caught a pass. But his presence in the game made the defense have to adjust. They had to allocate 2 guys for him, which opens things up for the running game. It opens up things for other receivers. And Carterville doesn't have that right now. At some point, and it probably will start Monday, Carterville's going to have to find some ways to get the passing game going again without Luke Ford. He was the guy on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6. Is almost an automatic. Goes over the middle, 7 yards, boom, you got a first down, you keep the drive going. He's not there at least through the rest of the regular season. So somebody, as you said, Dave, I should say more than one person has got to step up offensively for this Carterville team, because the defense just cannot stay on this field as long as they did in the first half.
Now, if you listen to my whining and crying going on here, you would think it's bad. But Carterville still 3-1. A year ago, they were 1-3 coming into this game. And we've been on the exact flip side of that. Now, it was a win here, 35-7, that kind of propelled them into making the playoffs. It's not all gloom and doom for the Lions there, but it's more. And I think you're exactly right, Scott. I think it's more a mental block on this team right now that they're going to have to find a way. And once they do, I think they're going to be fine. They're going to be fine, but they're going to have to find a way to forget about Luke Ford. You hate to put it that way, but offensively, forget about him. He's not there. Somebody's going to have to step up and make those plays. Who will it be? It's 28-0. Anna-Jonesboro leading here at the half for their homecoming. The band outperforming here with still about 6 minutes left here before we get to the second half kickoff. But we want to say our Lions broadcast is brought to you by the Carbondale, the Bank of Carbondale's Carterville Banking Center, where they offer a variety of business and personal banking services, including checking accounts, online banking, and mobile banking. For more information, stop by the Carterville Banking Center or visit their website at tboc.com. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Well, you look at Carterville's schedule the rest of the way. They've got Nashville at home, then Sparta at home, which will wrap up the regular season portion for Carterville, and then you go on the road to Pinckneyville and Massac County. Those are 4 very winnable games, which, assuming if Carterville does not come back tonight, Carterville will finish 7-2. They will be on the bubble as far as getting a home playoff game. 7-2 sometimes get you one, sometimes it gets you on the road against another 7-2 team. Doesn't matter. 7 wins get you in and get you a pretty good opponent, as opposed to last year where they had to go to Althoff. So it's not doom and gloom. It's doom and gloom tonight, but in the big picture, Carterville should at least finish 7-2 and have a pretty good. And who knows? There are those that say that Luke Ford will be back for the playoffs.
Yep,
that's yet to be determined. But Carterville's just got to start playing well. And if you do win those last 4 games, guess what? You go in the playoffs on a 4-game winning streak, and you always want to go in the postseason hot.
Absolutely. Let's recap some of the other games around Southern Illinois this evening. You heard earlier that Cahokia is at Carbondale tonight. Centralia is playing at Belleville Althoff tonight. It's Pinckneyville at DuQuoin. It is homecoming for DuQuoin this evening. Nashville is on the road at Sparta. The Bulldogs, they snapped a 15-game losing streak last week, a 28-7 win over Pinckneyville a week ago. We haven't received any score updates so far. At the half, Althoff leads Centralia 14-7. Benton is at West Frankfort this evening.
That's tomorrow.
Yes, that is tomorrow. Yeah. You're right. Harrisburg on the road at Massac County. And when we look at Black Diamond conference play this evening, Vienna-Goreville hosting Edwards County. Carmi is at Fairfield. Christopher Ziegler-Royalton is at Cesar, Valier, Waltonville, Woodlawn. And Johnston City is at Chester. El Dorado on the road at Hamilton County. Here it is 28-0. The Wildcats lead your Carterville Lions. We're going to go on and take another break. You're listening to Lions Football on NewsRadio WJPF. Will do. We'll take another one here coming up. John posted on our YouTube page. You ask what happened to Luke Ford. He has a fractured collarbone, and it occurred in week 1 at Benton, but he's played the last 3 weeks with it. But he is out 4 to 6 weeks until they can get that fixed. Thanks for watching, though, John. Welcome back to Anna-Jonesbro on a Friday night. It's Dave McKenzie with my partner Scott Hudson here. Union County, it's not pretty for Lions fans. 28-0, Scott Hudson at the half. But the officials are out. Coach D has his players out talking to them. And Anna-Jonesbro, they're getting ready to make their way to the field. But Carterville, what's the keys for the Lions to maybe get something started here as we start playing the second half?
Well, I think Carterville's got to treat the game as it's 0-0. You got to come out, you got to play hard. You got to show Coach Drust that the first half was nothing more than a speed bump. You cannot come out and play the same way with the same effort you did in the first half. Then, if you get a stop, when you get the ball back, you've got to be able to move the football. You talked about Rawlinson. Other than the sack by Hart late in the second quarter, Rawlinson's had time to throw the ball. Receivers have been open. He's missed some of them, and there's been times where receivers haven't been open. So it's a little bit, a little bit of everything has gone wrong tonight, and you've just got to start. You got to start with the opening kickoff. You have to win every battle of this second half to even get back into the ball game.
Coming up at the conclusion of the game during our Wild Hog postgame show, we're also going to select our Joe's Lawn Care and Snow Removal Star of the Game. And nothing says it has to be a Carterville Lion. And so far, I would have to say, I'd give it to Jace Turner.
Yeah, he's played well. He's followed his blockers. He's a north-south runner, but he's got a little bit of speed, a little bit of quickness that maybe you don't see it with a player of his size. But and A.J. does not put the ball on the ground. They do not beat themselves. And when you run the ball a lot and you really rely on that and not the passing game, you've got a pretty good offensive line as well.
Yeah, they don't have penalties. They don't kill themselves penalty-wise. But right now, or at the conclusion of the game during our Wild Hog postgame show, we will select our Joe's Lawn Care and Joe's Lawn or Snow Removal Star of the Game. This Lions broadcast, it's brought to you by Charlie's Air Conditioning and Heating in downtown Carterville, over 30 years. Certified York dealer. They service all brands. You can call 985-2502. Go online. Visit Charlie's Air Conditioning and Heating.com. We're going to go on and take another break. When we come back, second half action. It's all on the way next here on News Radio WJPF. Back at Anna-Jonesboro, it's Dave McKenzie with Scott Hudson, where we're just a minute or so away from second half action. 28-0. Anna-Jonesboro has the lead here at the half. On homecoming night for the Wildcats, a great crowd for AJ here on the near side where we're located, just below us. On the far side, the Lions, as always, they travel well. Now, Carterville came into this game 3-1 on the season, coming off that big win at home against DuQuoin last week. Now, so far, they've laid an egg here in the first half. They are not out of this game, but they are going to have to assert themselves early in this second half and get things going, Scott Hudson. They're going to have to stop Anna on this first drive. That would help the middle part of the game for them here in the second half, and they're going to have to make some noise on their first possession.
Yeah, no question. And I think it would be great if Carterville could create some turnovers. The problem is AJ doesn't throw the ball, and that's normally where you will see turnovers. AJ's very good at running the ball, securing the ball, and not putting it on the ground. So you're right. Carterville's got to stop them, hopefully get a 3 and out, and then get the ball back in good field position and maybe go down and score, and then you get a little bit of confidence going. Again, not out of the question that Carterville can come back and win this ball game, but they have got to win the third quarter, and I think they've got to get within at least 2 touchdowns to have a chance.
Updating one other score in the second quarter. It's 35-6. Marion lead the Mount Vernon Rams on the road in Mount Vernon this evening. That's the only other score that we have this evening, this Lions broadcast. It's brought to you by the Bank of Carbondale's Carterville Banking Center. They are proud to be locally owned and operated community bank. Stop by and visit the friendly and professional staff at the Carterville Banking Center, located at 200 West Plaza Drive. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
It is Heron over Murphy, 13-0.
Heron over Murphy, 13-0. DuQuoin, I think, was winning. I heard that.
I'm surprised Murphy's only down by 13 points because Murfreesboro lost their quarterback, one of their running backs, and one of their linemen, all because of disciplinary reasons. So they're playing shorthanded and they're playing Heron tough. Not something that'll cheer us up a little bit. I know it's only preseason, but the Blues lead Washington 3-0 in the third. So
I'll tell you what, though, I digress. But not having the Blues games on TV, I'm glad to watch online.
I saw that the other night on Facebook. I kept waiting for my invite to come over and watch that, and I never got it.
It's a little iPad. It's not that big.
All right. I was going to bring over food, too. But.
All right, I'll make adjustments. Hey, we're about ready as the Carterville Lions are going to be kicking off to start action here in the second half. I appreciate you tuning in and listening and putting up with Scott and I here on NewsRadio WJPF, online, WJPF.com, or if you're watching it on our YouTube channel, thank you as well. Lazinski tees it up, and we are underway here in the second half. Short kick hits at about the 20-yard line. It's taken there, and he's brought down at about the 25-yard line. So Anna-Jonesbro is going to start from their own 25 here in the third quarter.
Obviously not going to see anything different from this AJ offense. We'll see what kind of adjustments Dennis Druss made at halftime to try and slow this running game down and get the ball back. And as we said in the first half, you can't lay all the blame on the defense. Offense did absolutely nothing when they had the ball.
R.A. Hart is he's out there. He's hobbled a little bit if he came to the near sideline. But Anna has it. Osmond has his team at the line of scrimmage. That's McMahon in motion, but it's Osmond that keeps it off the right side. Carterville gets a nice stop there. Short gain, probably a gain of about 2 or 3. Second down for Anna-Jonesboro.
And that's what Carterville's got to do this second half. They've got to put AJ into second and long because they do not want to put the ball up in the air. They did throw the one pass. That was more of a, I would call that a trick play. But they don't want to have to throw the ball. They want to keep that clock running.
2nd and 7 from the 28. Carterville got burned a couple of times on the wrong read.
Right.
Where the linebackers got sucked into the line of scrimmage and they just blew by Turner, just blowing through the line of scrimmage. As Osmond keeps it, he's wrapped up. No gain for the Lions. Nice job defensively. It's bringing up 3rd and 7 for AJ.
And this reminds me of AJ's first possession of the first quarter.
Yep.
Carterville had them in 3rd and long, and a missed tackle on the far side gave AJ a first down, and it was lights out for Carterville after that.
3rd down and 6 from the 29. This is a big defensive play for the Lions. Can they get the stop here? That would be huge, as they have not stopped Anna-Jonesboro. They had 4 possessions in the first half, scored on all 4. AJ puts their man in motion. That's McMahon with in motion, but it's actually that is Kyle McMahon that gets the carry there, and he's got enough for the first down, just like on that first drive.
And again, they got the first down on the far side, a little bit of motion. Give to the back going to the left side of the line. Carterville just, they stopped him within a yard of getting a first down, but close but no cigar.
Gain of 9 for McMahon on that last carry, first down from the 37-yard line. Osman has one man spread to the right. That's Pennon. He gives it to Turner off the right side. He's driven back by Brock Tuttle, sticks his head right in there, pushes him back to the 35-yard line. Nice job defensively there for the Lions.
And there's also a penalty flag on the play. That is thrown normally where there's a holding call.
It's going to be a hold. I believe that may be their first offensive penalty. It's a chop block on Anna-Jonesbro.
Chop block against the Wildcats.
10:05 remaining here in the third quarter. As the ref explains it to Brett Dietering, and Brett is not a happy camper as he fires up his troops here just below us. He's out there at the 25-yard line, headset laying on the ground, and they're going to march off. I believe that's a 15-yard penalty.
Yeah, the assistant coach for AJ threw his headset on the ground. He's not happy. I tell you what, Dave, he's madder than a bunch of mosquitoes in a mannequin factory.
There you go. Well done. It is first down and 25 from the 20-yard line. Osman under center. Puts McMahon in motion. Gives it to the second man through. Breaks it off the right side wide open. Can he get it out there? 40-yard line. Down to the 30. To the 20. To the 10. 5. Touchdown Anna-Jonesboro. That is Reed Morrison with the touchdown. That is a 80-yard touchdown run for Reed Morrison.
AJ finally gets negative yards courtesy of a penalty. And the very next play, a little counter to the near side, and it's 6.
9:39 on the third quarter clock. 80-yard touchdown run by Reed Morrison. Yep. Yes. Again, the linebackers crashed, and it makes it 34-0 as we have flags.
Well, the flag is on Carterville's last Dinas, who had a cramp and couldn't get off the field. Well, actually, Carterville had 12 men on the field, too, and the officials didn't see him going off, obviously. Well, the penalty is on AJ. Les Dinas, one of the top offensive players for Carterville, had a cramp, couldn't get off the field in time.
So, 34-0. They line up for the extra point. Kick is up, and it's no good. So it's 34-0. AJ leads it with 9:39 left here in the third quarter. It's Lions football on NewsRadio WJPF.
34, Carterville 0. Back deep for the Lions, number 32, Matt Jones, number 35, Colin Lazinski. Kicking off for the Wildcats, number 14, Bryce Osmond.
Back at Anna-Jonesboro, it's Dave McKenzie with Scott Hudson. Anna-Jonesboro just scored on the 80-yard touchdown run. And on the kickoff, that is Lazinski that bobbled the kick. The ball goes out of bounds at the 25-yard line, and that's where Carterville's going to start up.
Yeah, luckily for Lazinski and the Lions, the ball hit his chest and it went sideways and went out of bounds. Here's some scores. Chester 41, Johnston City 12. Altoff leads Centralia 14-7. Cesar-Valera, Woodlawn, Waltonville leads CZR 58-0. Harrisburg 21, Massac County 7. DuQuoin 50, Pinckneyville nothing, and of course Fairfield leads Carmine-White County 12-0.
Wow. Carterville Lions come in from the sideline. Coach Dennis Trust at about the 30-yard line giving instructions. Down 5 touchdowns here early in the third quarter. What is it, 40 points is the running clock?
40 running clock.
So they're going to have to buckle down. Rollinson takes the snap. He's going to take it, and he's buried. Not nice job defensively for Anna-Jonesbro, as Rollinson could get nothing on that carry.
And it's the left defensive end for AJ that has crashed down that play all night long.
Reed Morrison, the guy that just ran the 80-yard touchdown run.
Yeah, he's just reading the play, and then when he sees Rollinson's going to keep, he crashes down. And that's where you miss a guy like Ford, because when that happens, Rollinson can stop and dump it over his head over the middle.
So it's 2nd and 11. Rollinson hands it off. That is Tuttle. Fights his way out near the 30-yard line. It's going to be a couple yards short, maybe the 28. And it's going to bring up 3rd down for Carterville. 29-yard line. Ball sets. It's going to be what?
3rd and 5.
3rd and 5.
3rd and 5 for the Lions.
For Carterville. 8:22 on the clock. Rollinson works from the shotgun. 3 receivers right, 1 to the left. Rollinson takes the snap, looks to throw. He has pressure, and he's buried. Once again, that's Morrison that just buries Rollinson. Nobody touched him. Nobody blocked him. And it's 4th down.
And that's 2 times in this game, Dave, that we've seen Rollinson take the sack. In previous games,
instead of throwing it away.
Throwing away or rolling out, just getting away from pressure. Now, you mentioned his ankle problem, and that may be a bigger problem than we know.
You're right. He would roll away from that and even actually scramble out of there, out of the pocket. But he's not doing that here tonight. And so that's a big loss. It's 4th and 13 from the 21. The Lions are forced to punt. And you can bet that Carterville is going to start taking time off the clock, run it down as low as they can. There's the snap. Lazinski kicks. I think it may have been blocked. It's taken at the 25-yard line, and Anna-Jonesbro is going to have it at about the 6-yard line as the punt was blocked, and the up man just had it fall on his arms. He takes off, and Anna-Jonesbro has it at the Carterville 6-yard line.
Well, now the special teams for Carterville has gotten into the act on the bad side. As you said, the ball was partially blocked, went right to one of the AJ players, and we're about 6 yards away from a running clock.
First and goal from the 6. 7:09 on the clock. As that is Turner carries it, touchdown for the Anna-Jonesboro Wildcats, the 6-yard run. Jace Turner makes it 40-0, pending the extra point here by the Wildcats. Wow, really did not expect this.
Did not expect this, and I really expected a better effort from Carterville. Honestly, Carterville's effort has been
zero.
Yeah, we've heard that from some assistant coaches at halftime.
41-0 as the extra point is good for Anna-Jonesboro. We're going to take a break. When we come back, a rolling clock. You're listening to Lions football on News Radio WJPF. Okay. We will not have a coach's interview, so the postgame show may be pretty quick. He won't come up here, so. I'll go.
Matt Jones, number 35, following number 14, Brian Cosman, set to kick off for the Wildcats.
Okay, that'll work.
Number 32, Matt Jones. Tackle by number 12, Noah Smith.
Back in Anna-Jonesbro, 41-0. Wildcats lead the Carterville Lions. It has been all Anna in this game, and now there's a rolling clock, and which is probably a good thing for Carterville.
Yeah, I think they want to get on the bus and get out of here as quickly as possible. You know, Carterville is out of this game mentally in the second quarter. You hope to see some fight out of them in the second half, and that just hasn't been the case.
So it's Carterville football. They have it at the 1st and 10 at the 34. Got to write that down here. 1st and 10, 6:07 on this third quarter clock. It'll be a rolling clock. Carterville has 3 receivers spread to the left, 1 to the right. They give it to Brock Tuttle, who tries to get outside at the 30. He's grabbed and spun down, but there's a flag. The ball is on the ground, but I think it's Carterville that gets back on it. And but there's a flag, and Brett Dietering is right there to question the official.
There is a flag on the play.
I don't know if it was a
Face mask,
maybe.
That's kind of what I thought.
Personal foul.
Face mask.
Face mask
Against Anna-Jonesbro. So 5:26, but the clock just rolls, even while they're marching this off.
And that was a horse collar against the Wildcats.
They're saying it's a horse collar tackle, so that's going to give Carterville a first down on the penalty as they set the ball at the 47-yard line of the Lions. .450 on this rolling clock here in the third quarter.
Pretty sure AJ will be a 3A team in the playoffs. They're going to be tough to handle.
They're a good ball team, and we knew they were a good ball team. As Rollinson spins, he rolls out to his right. He has pressure, throws it away. It's incomplete. Rollinson is brought down from behind. He's, as we say, he's playing on that gimpy ankle as he has that right ankle wrapped up. That pass was incomplete. We knew AJ was a good team. Questioned who they had played early on, but they're proving.
Yeah, they've answered that question.
At least at Carterville,
yeah.
They're proving and saying, yeah, we are a good team, and they're very solid. As Jace Turner has scored 5 touchdowns now in this game, and they have the rolling clock. 3:50 showing here in the third quarter. Rollinson rolls to his right on the 1st and 10. Throws it out to the sideline. That's Harley Vaughn has it on the far sideline. High steps his way out of bounds. Short gain, gain of 5. We're going to call it third down now for the Lions.
Yeah, he caught that ball actually a little bit behind the line of scrimmage, and he actually picked up about 5-6 yards after the catch, and looked like he didn't have any room over there.
28-0. Heron leads Murfreesboro late in the third. Third down and 6 now for the Lions.
And 6 for the Lions.
From the 49. Unfortunately, or fortunately, this is the best drive Carterville's had on the night. Rollinson hands it to Tuttle off the left side. He has enough for a first down. Carterville has 2 first downs on this drive, Scott Hudson.
Yeah, that's something to build on. Yeah, you still got a little over a quarter to play.
And that is good for a Lion first down.
Of course, AJ would love to get the shutout against Carterville this evening. Carterville would love to get some points on the board. How is this going to turn out? It's 1st and 10 from the 41. For Rollinson, 2 left, 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Rollinson throws to his right, is caught at the 35, down inside the 30. Another Lions first down for Carterville.
I think that's Justin Johnson on the catch. That's another first down. And AJ still has their starters in there, at least most of them.
Now we know how they put 71 points on the board.
Yeah. I believe me, I've seen a team for 20 years keep players in that I wouldn't have kept in late in a game.
1st and 10 from the 29. Rollinson again looks to throw to the right side. That is Johnson out on the far side. Nice catch by JJ. It's going to bring up 2nd and short for Carterville. 2nd and 2.
Gain of 8 on the play.
Yeah, Johnson just running downfield, running his defender off, and then turning to the sidelines.
That was a gain of 8 on that link up between Rollinson and Johnson. Rollinson from the shotgun. Gives it to Brock Tuttle, takes it right up the middle, and it's amazing what a good passing game can do for your running game as he picks up enough for the first down and more as he gets the ball down to about the AJ 16.
Well, this is where Carterville needs to start their momentum swing and their winning streak, in my opinion. We talked about the 4 opponents left on Carterville's schedule. This is where you have to start winning right now. You win the little battles here, and then you start winning games starting next week.
Yep. Win your quarter,
Exactly.
Win that possession, win the quarter, and build from that. 41-0, 41 seconds on the third quarter clock. Rollinson takes the snap, wants to throw, throws it out. That is Johnson at the 5, inside. The 5 falls down to brought down at about the 4 as the clock continues to roll under 30 seconds.
Yeah, good pass by Rollinson. Johnson, a big part of this drive for Carterville. And I think Johnson's going to have to be a bigger part of this offense going forward, especially with Ford out of the lineup.
Carterville has it at the 4-yard line. 13 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, they're gonna wait and go down on the other end of the field.
Yep, the Lions start to walk toward the sideline. 41-0 here as we end play in the third quarter. Heading to the fourth. Lions football. News Radio WJPF. Thank you.
Let's introduce our Wildcat cheerleaders. Maybe. Freshman Emily Bussey. Sophomore Jenna Clark. Junior Mallory Cochran. Junior Ashley Dieterich.
We're in Anna-Jonesbro on a Friday night. Southern Illinois River-to-River Conference action. And it's all Anna-Jonesboro. 41-0. We have a running clock here in the fourth quarter. And it's homecoming night here for Anna-Jonesboro. They're going through and announcing the cheer team for the Wildcats. Boys in blue march down to the end zone to our right. Carterville's going to have it, 1st and 10. That ball sets at the 4-yard line. 1st and goal from the 4 for Carterville.
Assistant coach Sidney Hearn.
Dennis Druss sends his offense out onto the field. Don't forget to tune in to the Wild Hog postgame show. It'll be a short postgame show, but we'll get you wrapped up here this evening. We'll announce our Joe's Lawn Care and Joe Snow Removal star of the game. Carterville's set. Rollinson from the shotgun. Takes the snap. He gives it to Brock Tuttle, who's brought down in the backfield. That's a loss of about 3, maybe 4-yard lines. A.J. read that right from the get-go.
Yeah, they're just blitzing their linebackers, shooting the gaps. And it's tough for a running back to get anything going when you get the ball and you look up and there's a linebacker staring you right in the face.
No blockers. Nobody there to help. Second down and 11. That's a loss of 1. 5-yard line for the Lions. Rollinson throws it to the right. That is Justin Johnson. Touchdown, Carterville Lions. A 5-yard touchdown pass from Rollinson to Johnson.
Yeah, a nice slant play by Johnson. Gets in the end zone. Nice throw by Rollinson right before he was going to get hit from the blind side. So Carterville finally gets on the board.
11 minutes on the clock. Carterville finally gets on the board, but that does not stop the rolling clock. Correct?
It does.
Actually?
Yeah, you got to be up by 40.
Okay.
So there won't be, unless A.J. scores again then.
Well, yeah, that's true. Snap was low, but they do a nice job handling it. It is 41-7. Anna-Jonesbro with the lead. You're listening to Lions football on News Radio WJPF. Yeah, it does continue to roll.
Number 25, Kyle McMahon. Number 7, Connor Gerald.
Back at Anna-Jonesboro, Dave McKenzie, Scott Hudson, where Carterville just scored their first points of the game. It's 41-7, 9:17 left on the clock. On the kickoff, it's a nice carry by Anna-Jonesboro's. I believe that's Connor Gerald's with the carry. He fought his way up the sideline, brings it out to across the 30, and the clock does continue to roll.
My mistake.
That's all right.
Got a couple of baseball scores. Cardinals tied at 2 in the bottom of the 7th. Cubs lead the Milwaukee Brewers 4-3.
Penalty on the Lions. Face mask, that'll be a 15-yarder, so that'll bring the ball up to about the 45-yard line of Anna-Jonesboro as the clock continues to roll. That's one thing I do like. I do like the rolling clock.
Yes, it's...
I mean, you don't like being in the position where it's against you, but it's that's...
Yep, I think it's one of the best things IHSA ever came up with.
AJ has it, 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line. Osman under center. 2 running backs in the backfield. They're going to take their time. They're going to run the clock down as they wait for the back judge to issue. There it is, 5-4. Now we have a timeout.
Yeah, Connor Gerald's is the new quarterback for AJ, so they've got some new faces in there, got their starters out.
And Coach Dietering calls a timeout. We're going to take a break to a 30-second timeout. It's Lions football, News Radio WJPF. Only have 1 left. Hey, everybody on YouTube, thanks for watching. Wish we would have had a better game for you. But we'll try again next week. Steve McKenzie, Scott Hudson, Anna-Jonesboro, 41-7. Next week, Carterville is at home. It's homecoming night, Scott Hudson. And actually, you're going to have the game.
Yes.
You're going to be doing play-by-play.
I'll be doing play-by-play, and
I've got to be out of town.
I'll take all the credit for the win then. That's how I'm going to. I'm just putting it out there right now. Carterville wins, I'm taking all the credit.
You take the credit, please. Get that win.
Yeah.
We need it.
Need to start a winning streak.
The Nashville Hornets come to Carterville High School next Friday night. Of course, it'll be all the homecoming festivities. I think there's a parade on Friday. The dance is Saturday night, but Nashville Hornets in Carterville next Friday night. Scott and somebody will have all the action for you right here on News Radio WJPF. Osmond, or excuse me, you said
Connor Gerald's.
Connor Gerald's number 7. He is the new quarterback. He's going to keep it off the left side. He's wrapped up by a couple of Carterville Lions, brought down just short of the 40, out to about the 38-yard line.
Carterville's got some new faces in there as well.
Second down and 4. Or it's going to be 2nd and 6, rather, from the 39-yard line. Coming up, got our Wild Hog postgame show. This Lions broadcast, it's brought to you by the City of Carterville. Mayor Brad Robinson and the entire City of Carterville, proud sponsors and supporters of Carterville Lions sports. Connor Geralds, the quarterback, the junior quarterback, number 7, under center. Runs the same offense, gives it. No, he's going to keep it off the right side, cuts it up at the hash, and he's brought down, and he drops the ball. It's on the turf, and it looks like Carterville may have gotten there and gotten on it.
Now they're going to unpile, and they're going to give it to, no signal yet. They still haven't signaled.
Carterville football. Connor Geralds fumbles the football. Carterville recovers.
The reserves come in, and they make something happen.
How about that?
Off the bat.
6:37 on the clock. It's 1st and 10 for Carterville. And the ball is at the AJ 48-yard line. So, at least we talked about it at halftime. Do something. Make some positive gains and do something.
You got to take something positive out of this game, which there hasn't been really anything, but you force a fumble, now maybe go down and score. You just got to score a while ago, a nice drive where Justin Johnson and Ronson hooked up several times. So let's see what Carterville has in store here. Again, offensively, Carterville's going to have new players in as well.
Late substitution coming in for AJ. Carterville has it from the 48-yard line. Timeout called by the Carterville Lions. That does stop the clock. This Lions broadcast is brought to you by the Bank of Carbondale's Carterville Banking Center, offering the convenience of mobile banking. Stay connected on the go with the Bank of Carbondale's mobile banking app. Learn more. Visit the website, tboc.com. Member FDIC, equal housing lenders. 5:43 on the clock. Carterville wants to talk it over. Coming up in just a few minutes, we'll have our Wild Hog postgame show. Don't forget you can stop by the Wild Hog anytime through the week if you're wearing Carterville gear, in T-shirts, hats, what have you. Show that when you get ready to check out. They'll mark 10% off your bill. That's at the Wild Hog. Wild with a Y. Stop by the Wild Hog right there off the new frontage road in Carterville. It's a great place to go. Coming up, here's the Lions. In at quarterback now for Carterville is Carson Pearson, and I didn't see who had the ball on the carry, but they pick up a couple.
I believe that was Matt Jones, I believe.
Second down and
no gain, makes it second
and 10 for the Lions from the 48. Into 3, Harrisburg leads Massac 34-7. So Carson Pearson at quarterback. He takes it off the right side, cuts it up at the 45, cuts it out at the hash, and he's down. I don't know that he was ever completely down, but they're going to rule him down.
Carson Pearson.
Nice job, nice run by Pearson. Gain of about 4, we're going to say. It's going to bring up 3rd down and long.
Yeah, Pearson must have thought he rolled over on top of the defender, and he just kept going. Which is smart. Hey, the officials got to blow the play dead until they do, you just keep going.
3rd and 7 from the 45. 4:35 showing on this fourth quarter clock. Wild Hog post-game show is coming up. Don't forget, after the game, once we're done, and then once the Heron Tiger game is over on 103.5 ESPN, tune in to Overtime with John Holman. John has a recap of all the games around Southern Illinois, talks to the coaches and the players. Does a great job with that show. It's immediately following Heron Tiger football on 103.5 ESPN. And we'll get some interviews over to John for that. It is 4th down and 7 for the Lions. Ball is at 45-yard line. Carterville is going to have to punt. And back deep for the Wildcats, number 12, senior Noah Smith, back to take the punt. Lazinski is in to do the kicking for the Lions. There's the snap. It's bounced back. He has to scramble away. He gets the kick away and kicks it to the right. Nice job. It bounces inside the 10, and it's going to come dead at about the 5-yard line. We're going to call it the 6. And the clock continues to roll with 3:15 showing here in the game.
Dave, one thing Carterville's had problems with all year, even in their wins, is the snaps back to the holder for extra points, the snaps back to the punter. That's something in week 5 that should already be corrected.
You would think, but no, you're right now that you mention it. 1st and 10 for Anna-Jonesboro from the 6-yard line. Quarterback Connor Geralds talks to his troops in the huddle. 2:45, and the clock continues to roll. Thank you so much for tuning in this evening here on News Radio WJPF, online at WJPF.com, or if you're watching on our YouTube feed as well, we appreciate that. Amy's done a nice job with that, as always. Anna-Jonesboro with the football. It's the give to the jetback. He's out across the 10 to close to the 15. As the clock makes its way to about 2 minutes left.
Well, AJ can run 2 more plays, and this one will be history, and Carterville will set their sights on Nashville. As you said, homecoming next week. Carterville, 4 games left in the season, 2 at home, 2 on the road.
Makes it 2nd and 2 for the Wildcats.
2nd and 2 from the 14-yard line for Anna-Jonesboro. Connor Geralds waits for the 5-second count from the back judge. So he gets ready. 5 seconds. 4, 3. They don't have play clocks here at AJ, so they have to look at the back judge. He gives him the time. Nice carry, enough for a first down for Anna-Jonesboro.
First by number 87, Mason Hunsberger.
1st and 10. Mason Harshberger in. For the stop for the Lions. Probably one more play, Scott Hudson.
One more play, and then you can take a knee, and this game will be over.
We'll name our Joe's Lawn Care and Snow Removal player of the game, star of the game. Just heard it's first time since Carterville's come to the River to River Conference from the Black Diamond that AJ has beat Carterville. So a big win for them. Good ball team. They're going to be force to reckon with all season long. They're moving their mark to 5-0 on the season. Big game coming up, I think, is 2 weeks away when DuQuoin comes to AJ and takes on AJ here at home. That will be for the conference title. If you're a Carterville fan, of course, you'll root for DuQuoin, because then if DuQuoin wins, it's a tie. That's a final 41-7 here tonight. It was all AJ. An impressive win over your Carterville Lions. Brett Dietering and his squad are to be commended. We're going to have our Wild Hog postgame show. It's next on News Radio WJPF. Okay, we're going to be brief, and then we'll get out of here. If you see John Homan or DH or somebody, tell them that we're going to run down and get an interview with Coach, and because we're not going to do one on the air. I'll send it to him, just like always. I guess. Okay. Hey, everybody that hung in on YouTube, thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Back at Anna-Jonesboro, 41-7, the final here. It's all Wildcats homecoming night. Boy, they're going to be able to celebrate big time this evening as it was Anna-Jonesboro with the blowout win over the Carterville Lions. Scott Hudson, let's run down the scoring that started in the first quarter. The first play, or the first possession for Anna-Jonesboro, it was Jace Turner, 18-yard touchdown run. Extra point was good, 7-0, with 4:03 left in the first. Carterville gets the ball, punted away. Then AJ, they take it back down the field. It was Turner, a 25-yard touchdown run. Extra point was good, 14-0. Anna-Jonesboro at the end of the first quarter. AJ has the ball to start the second. Osmond scores on a 16-yard touchdown run, 21-0 after the extra point. And then to wrap up the scoring in the first half, a 2-yard touchdown run from Turner, 28-0. Come back in the third. They score on their first play, their first possession of the second half. It was Reed Morrison, an 80-yard touchdown run for Anna-Jonesboro, 34-0 after the mixed extra point. And then they score. Carterville finally gets on the board. The 11-minute mark of the fourth quarter, it was Rollinson to Johnson, a 5-yard touchdown pass, 41-7, and that is how we end this game. And man, it was all AJ all the time tonight.
Yeah, they came out and they dominated from the start to finish. And as we said coming into tonight's game, after Carterville won against DuQuoin, Carterville has to have short-term memory. You got to forget about the big win, and you got to come down here and play a big game. I really didn't think the Lions' effort was very good tonight. Now, the Lions have to have, again, short-term memory. You got to forget about this one, and you got to get ready for Nashville, because I think Carterville can finish this season on a 4-game winning streak. That gets you 7 wins. That possibly gets you a home game in the playoffs. A lot of things yet to be determined, but this game does not define the season. So Carterville, homecoming next week against Nashville, that's where they got to start turning things around.
Let's go on and select our Joe's Lawn Care and Snow Removal Player of the Game. I don't think there's any question on who it is tonight. Not a Carterville Lion. He does play for Anna-Jonesboro.
Yeah, you got to go with their big running back, Jace Turner. I mean, he did a little bit of everything, plays defense. He had, 6 touchdowns last week. I mean, really, anybody on offense you could have given this award to for AJ, even any of the offensive linemen. Turner's just, 4 touchdowns tonight? Yeah, he's our star of the game, no question.
Our Joe's Lawn Care and Snow Removal star of the game. It's Joe and Lindsay McCann, serving the Southern Illinois area for over 20 years. They specialize in commercial and residential lawn care, landscaping maintenance, spring and fall cleanup, snow removal, property maintenance, bush hogging. Stop by, or give them a call, rather. You can stop by. I'm sure he'll probably serve you some tea or coffee, but call 534-8148. It's Joe's Lawn Care and Snow Removal. where Jace Turner is the Joe's Lawn Care star of the game. We're going to go on and take our final break. We'll come back and wrap it up. 41-7, AJ over Carterville. Lions football on News Radio WJPF.
I'm unplugged now. Okay. So.
(41-7) the final tonight. Anna-Jonesbro put a whooping on your Carterville Lions here as they, they take control of first place in the River to River Conference tonight with the win. Next week, Carterville is at home. It's homecoming night. Nashville comes to town. Carterville has to rebound.
Well, they do, and I think they need a real good week of practice. They need to get some confidence. The last time the first team offense for Carterville was in the game, they did some really good things. We saw Robinson to Johnson several times, one on the slant for the touchdown. But they've just got to be more consistent. As I said earlier, when Carterville's been bad this year, they've been really bad. When Carterville's been good, they've been really good. There's got to be a happy median at some point.
6:45 will be the pregame show, and it'll be right here on News Radio WJPF. We're going to go on and get out of here. For my partner, Scott Hudson, for Amy on the video, for Brian R. Powell, our producer-engineer back at the station, 41-7 is all Anna-Jonesboro over the Carterville Lions tonight. We'll talk to you from home next Friday, homecoming night for the Lions. Thank you for listening here on News Radio WJPF. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. And talk to you next week. Thank you.